But would you?
I pray you! What is the clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There's no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest, else sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
And why not the swift foot of time, and not that bit as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in diverse paces with diverse persons. I'll tell you who time ambles withal, who time trots withal, who time gallops withal, and who time stands still withal.
I prithee, who doth he trot withal?
Marry, he trots hard with a young maid between the contract of her marriage and the day it is solemnized.
Who ambles time withal?
With a priest that lacks Latin, and a rich man that hath not the gout, for the one sleeps easily because he cannot study, and the other lives merrily because he feels no pain. The one lacking the burden of lean and wasteful learning, the other knowing no burden of heavy tedious penury. These time ambles withal.
Who doth he gallop withal?
With a thief to the gallows, for though he go as softly as foot can fall, he thinks himself too so there.
Who stays it still withal?
With the lawyers in the vacation, for they sleep between term and term, and then they perceive not how time moves.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With this shepherdess, my sister. Here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe on a petticoat.
Are you native of this place?
As the coney that you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something finer than one could purchase and so remove to dwell in.
I have been told so of many. But indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth an inland man. One who knew courtship too well. For there he fell in love. I've heard him read many lectures against it. And I, thank God, I am not a woman. To be touched with so many giddy offenses that he hath generally taxed their whole sex withal.
What were some of the principal evils he laid to the charge of women?
There were none principal. They were all like one another as halfpence are. Every one fault, seeming monstrous, till his fellow folk came to match it.
I prithee, recount some of them.
No. I will not cast away my physic, but on those that are sick. There is a man haunts the forest that abuses our young plants. With carving Rosalind on their barks, hangs odes upon hawthorns, elegies on brambles, all, forsooth, deifying the name of Rosalind. If I can be that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am he that is so love-shamed. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
There are none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me to know a man in love, in which cage of rushes I am sure you are not prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye and sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard neglected, which you have not. Though I pardon you for that, for you are simply having in beard as a younger brother's revenue. Then your hose should be unguarded, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, and everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation. But you are no such man. You are rather point device in your accoutrement, as loving yourself rather than loving any other.
Fair youth, I would I could make thee believe I love.
Me believe it, you may as soon make her that you love believe it, which I warrant she is apter to do than to confess she does. That is one of the points in which women still give the lie to their consciences. But in good are you he that hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is? So am I.
I swear to thee, youth, by the white hand of Rosalind, I am that he. That unfortunate he.
And are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is nearly a madness. and I tell you, deserves as well a dark house and a whip as madmen do. And the only reason they are not so punished and cured is that the lunacy is so ordinary that the whippers are in love too. Yet, I profess curing it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes. One. And in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress. And I set him forth every day to woo me. At which time would I, being but a moonish youth, grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, shallow, inconstant, full of tears, full of smiles, for every passion something, and for no passion truly anything, as boys and women for the most part are cattle of this color, would now like him, now loathe him, then entertain him, then forswear him, now weep for him, then spit at him, that I drave my suitor from his mad humor of love to a living humor of madness, which was to forswear the full stream of the world and to live in a nook merely monastic. And thus I cured him. And this way will I take it upon me to wash your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart. There shall not be one spot of love in it.
I would not be cured, youth.
I would cure you if you would but call me Rosalind and come every day to my cot and woo me.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where you live.
Okay, go with me to it and I'll show it you. By the way, you shall tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart. Good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Will you go?